What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know what you're thinking. I don't trust this guy because with that shirt he's not supposed to be a guitar player. He's probably a fusion Los Angeles 90s keyboard player, but I'm telling you, my keyboard skills are really poor, so I'm a better it's better to me to play guitar. Anyway, sorry, I'm an idiot. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at 4 different guitars. Oh, and by the way, I think this shirt anyway deserves a like, and maybe also you can consider subscribe to my channel. Okay, I'm an idiot again. 4 guitars. Let's say we are searching for a Gibson Les Paul alternative, and we can spend around $500 to $600, euro, pounds, I don't know now, like now how the economy is, but it should be pretty much in the same ballpark, all right, in that price range. And you have different options, right, like this first Epiphone and other 3 contenders. In this video that is made in collaboration with strumentimusicali.net, that is an Italian guitar store that I'm working with. They kindly let me borrow these guitars and then I'll send them back. So all the opinions and everything are mine, of course, and I want to share with you my impressions about these instruments, and then we're gonna compare them like with Logic and listen to all, you know, the guitars just like isolated, so you can have a better idea on how they sound. However, I don't think that the sound is the most important part when we play the guitar, because actually we have a lot of tools to tweak, you know, the EQ and everything on the guitar, and the thing that you can't tweak is how the guitar feel in your hand. Of course you can make, you know, different setup, but there's something that is kind of a soul of a guitar, like what they're telling you. It's more modern, is it more I don't know, vintagey type of guitar? So that's what I'm going to tell you today. I'm trying at least, and of course these are my impressions, okay, what I feel about these guitars. And if you try these guitars, maybe you will have a different opinion about them. It's totally fine, and you can let me know in the comment section down below. But let's start. I'm sorry also because I'm wearing the shorts, but here in Italy, I'm telling you, it's just like crazy hot. I don't know what's happening. It's stupidly hot and I'm sweating. I mean, it's terrible. So I'm sorry about that. You have to deal with my knees today. And I have the aircon and everything, but it's not enough, you know. Also here, it's like the roof over there, so you can imagine it's like a little oven. Not really fun. Anyway, let's start with this guitar, okay, with the Epiphone standard Les Paul, the 50s Les Paul. So you can see from here, you know, that's the clue. When you can see these type of tuners, the Cluson style deluxe of tuners, you can definitely tell that the guitar is more like 50s oriented style. So we have a thicker neck, nothing exaggerated though. It's nice to play. I mean, to me it's not a big deal anyway. And then we have 2 Epiphone Probucker that I think they are really, really nice. Later we're gonna compare also the sound clips with my Gibson Custom Shop, a 58 Les Paul, so you can, you know, see how these guitars will behave compared to a real thing. I mean, more real than these ones, because that guitar costs like $5,000, something like that. So pretty much 10 times the guitar that we are trying today. Apart from that, we have, you know, the usual, some mahogany body and mahogany neck, the maple top, and, you know, CTS condenser and stuff, CTS knobs, and anyway, you can, all the specs to me are not really important. You can definitely find them in the description down below, but good stuff, okay? And this is supposed to be the more Gibson-like, because, you know, Epiphone, it's supposed to be like that. How these guitars sound, I'm plugged into my quad cortex, a deluxe reverb type of tone with the tube screamer then that I can engage, and a Marshall plexi type of tone with another overdrive, you know, to boost it, just a little bit of reverb, and that's pretty much it, okay? So this is how the guitar sounds. Sorry if the guitar is not properly in tune, but you know, I'm telling you, with this heat it's not really easy, and of course they are Les Pauls, right? Okay. Okay, this was the bridge. Nice tone, okay, kind of a classic type of tone. One of my favorite, actually, bridge pickup of the lot of today. Middle position. More spanky. Nice also for forbidden arpeggio, forbidden riff. Anyway, nice tone again, right? And neck pickup. I can tell you that having Gibson Les Paul 58 Les Paul myself, I definitely find my bearings with this guitar. That's definitely something in common, okay? It's to me, the closest one to my 58 Gibson, okay? And that's a thing that you can, you know, consider to be a good thing or not if you don't like Gibson guitars. I also used this little tool to check out if there were any high frets, and there's one. Yeah, the 10th fret, it's a little bit higher than the others. Nothing major, just like a tiny bit. And all of these guitars have an issue like that, apart from one, I'm telling you later. But nothing that, you know, a luthier, a setup guy can, you know, it's not really complicated stuff. But of course, they are China-made and Indonesian-made guitars, and that can happen on this price range, all right? But apart from that, I just wanted, you know, I discovered that not because playing-wise I noticed that, it was just like with the little tool, you know, by the Dario, that you can use also to do that. It's more of like an action string thing, but definitely you can use it for that too. You know, consider that, okay? If you want a perfect guitar, you have to spend a little bit more, usually. But it's all right. Let's try the on overdrive as well. Sorry, maybe the volume has to be turned up. You're playing serious chords here. Then the middle position pickup. Okay, and then the neck pickup. I can say that it's not as easy to play as my Gibson Les Paul. It fights me back a little bit, but it's an inspiring guitar to me. All right, let's try to play a Marshall type of tone. Okay, it has a nice bite, and if we overdrive this tone again, neck. Alright, it's not a bad one. Definitely deserve a little bit of attention if you are into the this price range again. And this is the only guitar that comes with the gig bag. All the other three guitars, they just come, you know, with the box, and that's it. So that's a nice thing to consider. And I think Epiphone is doing a nice job in these days, and you know, not bad. But let's move to the second guitar that I think it's the best guitar if you talk about quality over price. It's insane. This is the cheapest one, I guess, for today. Well, of course, it depends. Like, in the moment I'm doing this video, this is under 500 euro. And this is a crazy money, and that's a Sire by Larry Carlton. Crazy value for money, all right? Just want to point out, though, that this guitar is definitely more modern. Sorry, I'm tuning again. As you can see, like, it's really hot, and they turned the aircon like a couple of hours ago, so it just, you know, it's not because the guitar is bad, it's just because it's stupidly crazy hot here, and that's not a good thing. I want to point out that this guitar is way more modern, you know, feeling-wise compared to the Epiphone. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, a thing that you should consider if you're into, you know, I want to have the vintage experience, you know, I mean, vintage vibe with a guitar. Maybe this is not the guitar for you. This has more modern appointments, like the, you know, the cut heel here. It's, you know, it grants you easier access to the upper frets. We have locking tuners, for example, and we have also, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot before, the Epiphone has a laurel fretboard, and this one has an ebony fretboard, and again, mahogany, and maple top, with the neck has a more of a satin finish here, so maybe it's a thing that you will enjoy more. Like, it's definitely more, you know, your hand doesn't get stuck at all. And the pick, it's a little bit bright. It's a brighter guitar than the previous one, but it sounds really cool, I think. Clean tone again. It's weird because this guitar feels really like kind of a professional guitar. I don't know, it's like it's ready. I trust this guitar. I don't know if it's, again, I want to express my feelings, right? So it feels like I'm not in my therapy session. I want to express my feeling, man. I'm telling you my feelings about these guitars. I don't know. With the other guitars, I was like, I'm not sure if it's really intonated. Maybe, you know, when I'm playing this chord, I don't know, maybe it will sound a little bit out of tune. With this one, I'm more like, this guitar will sound good, you know? And it's a really important thing, okay, as a guitar player, having an instrument that you know you can trust, it's a great stuff. And especially at this price point, it's just mind-blowing. I already talked about Sire guitars in many other videos like years ago, and it's just crazy value for money. The frets, they're supposed to be medium jumbo, but they're definitely bigger, okay, than the previous one, and the feel, again, is more modern. Sound-wise, it's nice. This was the bridge pickup. This is the neck, the middle position. Maybe less spank compared to the Epiphone one. And then the neck position. But again, it's inspiring because the guitar is there for you, okay? At least this particular model. But I also tried other L7 guitars, and they were always good. Overdrive. Middle position. And neck. Really clear, you can definitely, you know, hear all the notes I'm playing with chords and stuff. Nice one. Maybe I like the Epiphone tone better. It reminds me more of my 58, but there's nothing wrong with this guitar as well. Crunch tone. Guitar is there for you. Again, overdrive with the plexi. And now it's out of tune. telling you it can happen, you know. And another thing that you should consider is that these guitars, they haven't played a lot, so I took them out of the boxes. I recorded a few days ago the Italian version of this video, you know, and then I'm playing now, so they have to adjust a little bit. So I don't think it's anything scary, all right? But again, they're not perfect. They need a little bit of love, all right? So the third contender is the the LTD version of this Les Paul type shape guitar. And again, we have the mahogany body, mahogany neck, more traditional neck joint here. Actually, we don't have any locking tuners. The maple top with the veneer. We have the split coil possibility with just, you know, 3 knobs instead of 4. So 1 master tone and 2 volumes. Again, here the guitar, it's more modern feeling and sounding, and the neck is definitely thinner than the others. It's more like a slim taper type of neck. We have big frets though, but you can suddenly hear that this guitar sounds darker. It's a little bit dull sounding, actually. I don't want to, you know, be disrespectful, but with a clean tone, it's definitely not my favorite guitar. And of course, LTD is more famous for more modern and, you know, metal type of guitars. So maybe also this one is supposed to be played more in that direction and playing more kind of a bluesy, rock bluesy type of stuff today. So it's a little bit dark, you know, and powerful. It's, you know, of course I can play also with this tone. Oops. But it feels like almost like the tone is rolled off, and it's not. So this is my least favorite of the lot if we have to play this type of stuff, right? Not inspiring to me. But of course, with the split coil possibility, you can regain a little bit of sparkle, also with the full humbucker in split mode, the bridge position, I'm sorry. So that's a thing you should consider. I like this mode better, okay, with this guitar. Neck position. And full neck humbucker. So it's not a bad guitar, it just like inspires me less than the other 3, okay? Let's try the overdrive. And it's funny because when you turn the gain a little bit more, this guitar behaves better, okay? Middle position. It starts to be more inspiring to me. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's turn on the plexi mode. All right, let's put some overdrive here again. Okay, this guitar also fights me back a little bit. I have mixed feeling about this guitar. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I like, it's not my my favorite of the lot, and it's also on the cheaper side. But if I had to choose between this one and the Sire, I would go with the Sire all the way. Okay, again, it's not a bad guitar, but if I had to choose, I would pick that one. And then the last one is a Tokai. And here in Italy, these guitars are really popular. I don't know, guys. Let me know where you come from and if Tokais are really popular also where you live. Because here everybody is just like, oh, these are the best guitar ever, you know, in this price range, blah, blah, blah. And one thing I have to say for sure, and that this guitar, it's the only one that doesn't have any high frets. Okay, so the build quality seems to be a little bit better than the others in this fashion, in this matter. Okay, but there's one thing that a little bit is annoying to me, and two things. At least, that we have mahogany body but maple neck. I know that maple neck are not so unique in the Les Paul catalog. Gibson itself used to use maple for some Les Paul custom. Also Zakk Wylde used the maple neck on his signature, if I'm not mistaken, the green one. The green bullseye one, green camo. But it's, I think it's a little bit less traditional, and you know, maybe it doesn't matter, but it's just like, oh, I'm playing a Les Paul with a maple neck, and that thought can be in your brain while you're playing. It's less traditional. I don't know, maybe I'm sick, but we guitar players, we are a little bit stupid, you know. I mean, at least I am a little bit. Let me know if you care about this stuff or you don't care at all. And that's one thing. The other thing is that the guitar, I mean, it looks great, okay? And if I'm doing just that, you can, oh, that's a nice vintage type of Les Paul, right? So it looks great for sure, and also feels good. But the tone of the pickups are not, I mean, it's not my favorite tone of the lot. It's a little bit more compressed and darker, especially the bridge one, the bridge pickup. It's not a big deal. You can change the pickup, and again, it's not bad. It's just that I feel a little bit less inspired. But the guitar feels really good. again, I have a nice feeling that the guitar, it's there for me. It just has a little bit different feeling than the Epiphone, okay, because these again is more vintage type of a guitar, so it's more in the same league of the Epiphone, while the other two were more modern. This one definitely, I think this one has more of a like a 59 type of neck, while the Epiphone was more like a 58, so maybe that's why also I'm more comfortable with the Epiphone, because I'm more used to it. Like a thicker type of neck with the Les Paul, even if I have Les Paul custom too, but you know, in these blues rock type of ideas. But the guitar fights me a little bit back, fights me back a little bit, sorry. So it's not super comfortable for me to play. I'd rather play the Epiphone, even if, I don't know, it feels nice, but it's a bit stiff, okay? So that's what my feelings are. The neck, sorry, the middle position. The middle position is nice actually, as well as the neck one. The neck pickup is a little bit better, but again, it sounds to me a little bit suffocated in a way. I have to make a little bit of an effort in order to have the desired sound. And that's a thing that maybe you like, because there are many guitar players that like the guitars that fight back. They don't want, you know, they like to be too easy. They want to dig in. I'm more into the relaxed type of side. I don't really want to work too much, but that's a personal taste, okay? Let me try to put some overdrive, okay? Yeah, it doesn't, something with the bridge pickup, it's not, you know, not nice to me. And neck. I think the frets, they're a little bit, they're not tall at all. So, you know, the notes, they don't, I'm playing the same as my other guitars, and usually the notes will come out, will ring. And in this case, I tried a couple of times and I have to, you know, to press more and the setup is not bad. It's not crazy high action, okay? I didn't make any setup adjustments, but they were okay. The setup was nice. But, you know, that's the general feeling I'm telling you about. You can swap pickups and everything, you can maybe change the setups, but there's something a little bit stiff on this guitar. even if it's a nice made and you know, you can see that everything it's taken care of, you know, in a nice way, especially if you consider the price. All right, it's the more expensive one of the lot, but not by far. I mean, it's not a lot. It's the same ballpark of the Epiphone. Ballpark is my new favorite English word, I guess, from today. Martial type of tones. Yeah, it's like it sounds to me, it's more like it's a tired guitar. It's tired. It's just like, oh, it's a little bit sleepy. I don't know. Overdrive tones. I mean, I really have to play, you know, my way off in order to make everything sounds, you know, present, and you know, that's a thing you should consider. Maybe let me know if you had the same feeling. However, let's compare these four guitars like side by side, and let's move to the computer. Okay guys, so here we have the Epiphone, the LTD, the Sire, the Tokai, and my Gibson Les Paul 58. I played 3 little clips, one with the bridge pickup, one with the middle position, and one with the neck pickup, with the clean tones, because the clean tones is more revealing, so you can have, you know, an idea on how these 4 guitars, 5 guitars actually, would sound. Alright? Alright, so the Epiphone. Okay, it's a clean tone, you know, with a little bit of gain, but it was the same clean tone that I used before. I just played more, you know, powerfully. I mean, you can definitely hear that it's way darker than the Epiphone, right? LTD, way darker. It's not a thing that maybe, you know, it's so pleasant in this type of situation, I don't know. Sire. It's even brighter than the Epiphone, right? Sorry. Sire. Even brighter. It lacks a little bit of bass though, I think. And then Tokai. It's more balanced, but it's darker than the Epiphone. Tokai. Yeah, the tone that I liked the better was this one. And then my 58. My 58 sounds a little bit like the Sire and the Tokai combined. I'm sorry, the Sire and the Epiphone combined. This is the Epiphone. So it's brighter, but it has also more body. This lacks a little bit of bottom end. So a more full spectrum. My 58 though has Gibson custom Bucker pickups, okay? Then for the middle position, Again, the forbidden arpeggio. This was the Epiphone. And this was the LTD. Again, you know, it's a little bit more muffled. The Sire, oh, of course, I'm not a robot, so the performance is not really consistent, and maybe here in the Sire I played a little bit softer for the first part. But still it's really clear, okay? And the Tokai. Not bad, but maybe my favorite again is the Epiphone. And as for reference, my 58 sounds like this. Okay, more Epiphone-like. And then let's hear the last clip with the neck pickup, where things are a little bit interesting. Epiphone. LTD. Way more similar, right? Sire. Tokai. MI58. Here the tones are quite similar. Tokai. It's even more bright than my 58. Sire. Yeah. The LTD sounds pretty similar to my 58. And Epiphone. I mean, here it doesn't really matter. I mean, they all sound way more similar, and that surprised me a little bit. I thought that it was more of a neck pickup difference, while the bridge would be more similar, and it was not. So again, this is just the sound, and I think that you can make nice things with all of these guitars, because you can tweak them, you can, you know, EQ them, do a lot of stuff. But while you're playing them, you have a little bit of a different feeling and perception, so that will make you play in a different way, maybe. So, you know, if you want to know my conclusions, let's turn again here. Okay guys, so you listen to all these 4 guitars. Let me know what are your ideas, comments about them. If I had to pick a favorite one, maybe it will be the Sire for the price, because it's just crazy quality for price. And maybe my second choice, I mean, it's not second, but I would go maybe with the Epiphone if I wanted to have, let's say, if I wanted to have just a Les Paul shape type of guitar, I don't really care about the vintagey type of feel, I would go with the Sire. If I wanted to have a guitar that sounds and feel a little bit more like my 58, I would go with the Epiphone, even if maybe it needs a little bit of love from a luthier or a setup guy that you will, you know, tweak it a little bit. But those two are my favorites, while the Tokai, that everybody loves, it's a nice guitar, but I don't really resonate with it. I can objectively say that it's a well-made instrument, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a matter of personal taste. You know, some people resonate more with the guitar and other with others. You know, we are all different apparently, I guess. And the least favorite of mine was the LTD, because I think that that's kind of a little bit of a different approach to this type of guitar. Maybe it's more, I don't know, hard rock metal oriented, well, maybe, I don't know, but it definitely was my least favorite of the lot, even if I've tried the EC-1000 and I like them like a lot. I have a video that's it's been pretty successful on my channel, comparing the different type of pickups, you know, the Seymour Duncan, the Fishman and the EMG. You can search for that, and those guitars were really, really well made, but I was focused like playing metal stuff. Here, you know, you want to play more subtle type of things, you know, bluesy and nuances and stuff like that, I wouldn't pick that one. Okay, so these are my thoughts. Let me know which guitar you like the better. If you want to support my channel, you can find my Patreon down below. You can find backing tracks and other stuff for free, and I have also a couple of mini lessons if you want to purchase. Let me know, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, it will be really, really, really appreciated, and leave a like as well to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Ciao!